course of learning about Robert's personal life, we've discovered that Sam, his dad, was convicted of armed robbery and was in prison until Robert was about 6 or 7 years old. We think there is violence in the household as well as drugs. Hey, Marcia, how are you doing? Can we come in and talk? Hi, puppies. Difficult to speak to. She, I think, is embarrassed a little bit
Is my
about
mic
her
on?
family's past, and so she's hidden a lot of information.
Yeah, my mic's on. Hello, everybody. This is just going to be a... I just have a booster going, so I figured may as well stream it.
So, kind of growing up, the drugs in the house were weed and cocaine, right? And so, who was so cocaine?
Sam and I did.
You and Sam? And so, I mean, I know you don't want to. I know it's like hard to kind of talk about this, but like Lauren and I really aren't judging. And this is very, very, very private, kind of intimate information about really rough family history stuff. And we're asking as a total outsider for as much information we can about these scoriest, dirtiest, most terrible things they can remember about their family. Like, is there anything that you can think of, like any sexual abuse, like sort of like physical abuse? No. In order for her to say stuff that helps us, she has to really kind of throw herself under the bus. You know, she has to say all the bad stuff that she did. And naturally, nobody wants to do that. Like always, we really appreciate
Hey, what's up, Emerald?
Yeah, you call us. It is okay. Like when I say that we're available,
Luna,
we're available.
who's in your party chat? I have a party chat? I didn't know I had a party chat.
To convince Professor Darwin, Kelly needs more
If you want me to make a party, I can make a party. I don't think I have one right now.
so she digs deeper.
Hang on, let me check.
Put family history.
In order for our mitigation plans to be successful, we really have to get specific information. So
Nope.
what we really need
No
is
party.
more witness statements from family members.
Nice. Oh, you're gonna kill me. Don't kill me. I'm trying to level up the Cygnus real quick. There's a lot of free XP right there. Well, I usually do. I just pretty much just started playing right now. I noticed I got a booster, but I haven't been... What the hell? I almost got stuck. I haven't been playing for like the last hour and a half. So, I ended up wasting like 2 hours of a 3-hour booster.
Make sure they have a place to live, something to eat. You know? Don't have to go dumpster diving for food. Okay, y'all go play.
You mentioned dumpster diving.
Oh, I'm frozen. That could have ended badly.
Me and Robert would go to like the
Wee.
dumpster, find HEBs and Walmart.
Ooh, overshot
Stuff
that.
like that.
Do you have any memory at all of Robert being, physically abused?
Sneaky,
I
sneaky.
just remember Robert being still physically abused by his father.
Die! The Cygnus does like nothing. It's unranked. The Ignis Wraith. Just built it. Got lazy. Still gotta level up the Ferox as well. Problem is, I know for a fact this Ignis is gonna take at least 7 formas. Isn't that fun? Oh yeah. It didn't come with any polarities, and I have a very, very heavily polarized Ignis build, including 2 different Ignis Rivens. So, not looking forward to that. Oops.
Most of the people that we need to speak to obviously also kind of want to save Robert's life as well. They're his family, they love him, they don't want to see him executed. And so you kind of have to guard against their bias and make their statements trustworthy by having just as many statements that kind of agree with each other. If you have 10 statements that all say the same thing by different people living in different areas and different times, it becomes just significantly more persuasive.
Ooh, that could have ended badly. My bullet glide didn't work.
Did Sam ever hit Robert,
Quite often, Sam was very mean. You know, we all lived in fear because of Sam. I was afraid he'd kill me and anybody around me all the time.
Hey, you must have some downtime, man. If you got like a weekend off, freaking go over to your buddy's place. You must have a friend who has a PlayStation. You're in college, damn it.
12, 11, that's the crack and shit. Yeah, I know because I smoked
Is my Ignis shooting green?
Is there anything
The fuck? My Ignis is shooting green. Weird. I never changed the energy color. It's just doing that. Look at that. Freaking shooting green fire. That's weird.
No, because Robert would come out and say, don't ask me what they were doing.
Yeah, get her away. Eee.
so
Eee.
terribly sad to find that another person grew up in that kind of family and to realize it had no chance at life because of what happened.
By the way, that was an unranked Vault Clock, that was an unranked Ignis, and that Taxon was like level 29. So, yeah, yay levels. The only reason I brought the Euphona is in case the Stalker decides to say hi.
Even though they have terrible, terrible upbringing, it could be.
Okay, you're telling me you're at a job corps and there's not a single Wi-Fi that you can steal? Maybe not steal, but borrow. You know what I mean?
Before the team can finish their
Hey,
investigation,
alright, time to go film
they
some
have
stuff.
a final, difficult problem. How to explain why Pruitt was in prison in the first place without undermining their case.
Yay, Formus. Alright,
We're going on a journey
yeah, definitely gonna need one of those.
from the beginning to the end. And in a lot of ways, that's where that journey ends. That's the last place that Robert ever was.
Stabbed to death in a fight at a trailer park in Channel.
Three men attacked resident Ray Yarborough after an argument.
Retarget. Send will attack first visible anywhere within 30 meters. Why isn't you on? Molecular conversion, blast enemies, blah 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 blah.
Because he was convicted
Okay,
of
well let's take off
assault
meta-ray and put on retarget because I need you to be attacking stuff, dumbass. Do that. Alright, you...
All the law
Okay, I can't do anything with you, got the Ignis on.
a law in Texas
Here, let's go.
that if you're part of a group of people
Alright, no problem.
crime, even if you don't actually commit the crime yourself, then you're just as guilty as the people that did commit it.
Ray Yarborough lived in a trailer next to the Pruitts.
Alright, how about I still got over an hour? Sweet. I might actually go over the form of this Ignis a few times. I brought the Euphona with me, draining some of my EXP, is because the Stalker likes to say hi. And I don't feel like getting attacked by the Stalker with a bunch of unranked useless shit on. Run around him in a big circle while I let my Sentinel try to kill him. Yay! Oh right, my Sentinel was an unmodded weapon because my Ignis is stealing all its mods.
My oldest son come in and woke me up because Robert's outside with Ray, which was our neighbor. Robert was only 15 at that time. So when I got up, I go outside. Can't get
Alright.
My dad was struggling with it. Time I get over there, I pull him up off my dad, and me and Ray start going at it. He gets up on top of me. My dad, he's coming around the trailer and everything to pull him up off of him. But as he pulls him up off of it, he's stabbing him. I don't know where the knife came from, but my dad had a knife. The steak knife that was laying on the counter when I come out of the house, he picked it up and stuck it in my back pocket.
Ooh, it's another fire. Ah.
Ray Yarborough died from multiple stab wounds.
You
Some Pruitt were sentenced to life in prison.
give me your EXP.
Stephen Pruitt.
I know which enemies are worth a little more EXP, so it doesn't hurt to stop and kill them, especially the big, tall, red guys. The big, tall, red guys are worth a fortune, like 1,000 apiece. Always kill them. Ooh, another fire.
He was sentenced as an adult and given 99 years.
Okay, Oh, glad. Are you gonna work this time?
When somebody's already in prison for murder, it kind of makes your mitigation investigation a little bit more difficult because you have to counter that. You know, it makes it easier for the state to prove their case. You know, they think he's killed someone before, then he definitely deserves the death penalty now. So it just makes it harder at every stage.
All of the mitigation evidence has been sent to
Whoa!
Professor Dowd.
He's skating motherfucker.
I would say
Oh my god, this is doing like nothing to him.
evidence to its case.
I gotta get my mods on this Ignis.
One of the strongest evidence that I've seen more than 20 years of doing this. Even when you think this was for all intents
Where
and
did I
purposes
skate
a
guy
kid
go?
who was sentenced to life in prison.
Hey, what's up, Sharpshooter? Just leveling up my Ignis real quick. I gotta put like 7 formas on it, so logged in, got a booster, figured I may as well use it, figured I'd stream while I do it so that people can see how easy it is to level up gear effortlessly when you know what to do with it. I'm just stopping to kill some of these random groups of assholes because they're worth quite a bit of affinity.
Definitely.
Waiting. Ooh, big red guys. Ah, big red guys. Worth a fortune. Gotta love them. Ooh, you're worth a fortune too. Get away from me. Eee, die. Die, 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 die. There we go. Look at that 2,000 free affinity. Gotta love it. Ooh, that's gotta be a pain in the ass. So, yeah, you're telling me. I know how much I have to do because I already have an Ignis. At like an endgame Ignis. Ignis is one of my top 3 rifles. I always use my Ignis. Like, whenever most people would use a Simulor, I usually use my Ignis. So this Ignis Wraith was a pain in the ass because I know what I'm already looking like in for. It's like every time a new damn pet comes out. Every time a new pet comes out, I know it's going to take 7 formas. Why? Because I have every good mod for pets that you can have all maxed out, and I know for a fact that to fit all those good mods, it takes exactly 7 formas. Pain in my ass. Every time. I have a 7 format Smita, I have a 7 format Chessa, I have a 7 format Darza, I have a 7... like, so many formas. Formas for days. Ooh. Ooh! Eek! Give me that affinity. Thank you. Ooh, is that a Bursa? Yeah, I don't want to deal with you. Ooh, yeah, get away from me. That's a Bursa. I do not feel like... Ooh, definitely want you, though. Come on. Come on. Die. Haha. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but 10-0. Let's do it like they do on the Warframe channel. Fucking die already, you fucking fat-ass motherfucker. The only reason I stopped to kill those red guys is because they give almost 2,000 affinity apiece. Same for those, like, ice skatey bastards and those, like, MOAs that look like they have a Beyblade on their head. They also give quite a bit, like 500. Same for nullifiers.
Have been raised by their grandparents.
How you feel about Bard Frame? Yeah, I honestly don't know what to say about the Bard Frame because I've not spoiled myself at all with it. I really don't know, like, how... They say the music thing is, like, complex as shit, and I'm gonna be all for, like, making my own tune and whatever, but as soon as people, like... I was completely not even thinking about the fact that people could just do, like, ear rape. Wouldn't that just suck ass? Like, just the most high-pitched squeal and just keep spamming it on an energy-efficient Bard. Like, it would just make people not want to fucking play. So I'm kind of, like, on the fence about it, really. Oh, how the hell did I get locked out? You, big red guy. Give me that affinity. Oh, shit. I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die! No! You will not kill me. Screw you.
That would not be right, because if you take a lot,
Oh, going the wrong way.
more
That way.
right.
Eek. Oh, get invisible. let's say there are many meme songs that have copied so far. Examples: Sax Guy, Darude, and many. Oh yeah, I already. Wow, the fuck did I go the wrong way again? Jesus Christ. Right, yeah, I already know about all those little songs that people are copying, like Sandstorm and all this other stuff, but I want one that's like creative, unique, but also rings that bell. Like, I want people to feel like I want them to be happy when they hear my Warframes theme.
Read about the crime scene. It was a messy crime scene. Like there was a murder weapon. There was evidence everywhere. A stabbed
Alright,
victim.
so far that's 2 missions, 2 spy missions, and I'm already at like level 18 on that Ignis and Volklock, and I forwarded my Taxon and gone back to rank 9. But no, spy missions don't give you any experience.
People frequently ask.
Not only that, I have gotten some relics and some other goodies. Fucking power throw fodder.
And I'm going to tell you.
If people are wondering what I do with all those power throws I get, I come down here.
Almost all of my crimes. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay, I go over to
What I know
duplicates.
is the guard was stabbed to death, and Pruitt didn't have any of the guards.
Power throws. Look, are you serious? I have 83 of them. 83. Look at that number. Seriously.
I have been a juror in Pruitt's case. There is no possible way that I could ever have voted to convict him on the basis of this evidence.
Evidence shows
Nice.
3 to 5% of all people in prison did not commit the crime for which they were convicted.
Nah, it actually doesn't give that much at all. Look.
Inmates have been sentenced to death, and
If I were to like take all of these, and all of these,
The team are working on another
and all of these, and all of these,
which they hope could cast doubt on his conviction.
and all my Hell's Chambers, and all my snipers, and all my... Look at my frostbites. I have 48 frostbites.
Right?
All these...
Robert Pruitt claims
Like, it doesn't give jack. Rare mods, 42 Scorches, 40 Thermite rounds,
the team wants it retested.
37 Vital Senses, Seekers, 36 Frigid Blasts. Luna doesn't know how to farm. 33 Thunderbolts. Oh man. 29 Streamlines, 28 Continuities.
Their DNA on the paper.
Oh yeah, I haven't even gained enough to like max out a Prime mod yet. Hang on, I'll just start from the left hand side because it'll go faster. Hang on. Okay, if I take all of these, and all these, and all these, and all those, and all those, and all these, and all these, and those. I'll tell you when there's enough to max out a single Prime mod. We're still going, by the way. Not even close.
Definitely refutes the proof, and it makes it look a lot more like Robert Witness.
If we do testing on a report and find DNA that didn't belong to
Look at that, I'm almost at 5,000 mods.
And then to match it to somebody who we can make plausible argument was responsible.
We're almost there.
It destroys the state.
We can do this.
That somehow
Okay, that is pretty much exactly enough to max out a Prime mod. All these mods, including all those rare ones that I already had selected from over here, like those and those, all of these, and yeah, that's enough to give you enough endo for one Prime mod, and I will prove that right now. I'm just gonna exit that.
The state governor has the power to reduce any death sentence to life without parole.
Rarity.
But he's only done it once in 13 years. So Kelly tries to find
Prime
anyone
Warframe
who's
Transformer.
to help
Start
save
fusing.
Robert's life.
See? 40,000. 41,000 if you want to be exact. And those mods that I was transmuting for Endo would have gave me 44. Yeah. Just saying. I already have a Prime Morpher Transformer. I don't need to like max that one up. I already have a maxed one. If I was to like put them by rank, I think that would explain better. There we go. Yeah, see? Like, my Prime mods are pretty much already maxed out. Continuity, Flow, Point Blank, Pistol Gamer, Cryo Rounds, Dagger Cracker, Easy Charge, Fury, Heavy Trauma, Pressure Point, Reach, Morphic Transformer. Pretty much all the useful ones anyway. all the Link mods and the Arcwing mods and
I wanted to go down there and strike it myself.
this was a stupid one to max out. It's just complete and utter trash. Never use it. Don't ever use it. Ugh, fucking garbage. 66% damage for 33% accuracy. I thought it was like Heavy Cal. Not even close. Heavy Cal is like hella worth it. On some weapons, anyway. Reflex Guard. Love that mod. PvP. Gotta love it.
Robert Pruitt might not actually deserve our help, but I still believe that he's a person. And I know that
What was I doing?
he's done some pretty bad things, but I don't think it's fair. I mean, two wrongs don't make a right.
This man destroyed a family, but sentencing him to death destroys another family, his own. I cannot help but think about this man's mother, and I know from experience the hurt that will fill her eyes and the sorrow that will become her expression.
Please do not kill Mr. Pruitt, even though he is guilty of the crime of murder. Sincerely, Delaney.
Sincerely, Juliana.
Of course, you had to say that friggin'.
If I'm able to be there at the execution, I would like to be present. It'll bring closure.
I actually have 2 of the Prime Point Blank maxed out. I traded one of them to my wife for her Tigress and Carrier.
Punishment because of his actions.
Yeah.
Many guys who made the trip from Polonsky to the wall here to be executed. And
Try and do this one just straight up quickly.
So I pretty much know the whole process. If you take everything from you, all you take is just some state clothes and that's it. I heard they even take your glasses. It's like a 40-minute drive from Livingston to Huntsville. I enjoy looking at the forest, you know, the water. But if they take my glasses, I'm gonna have a really hard time seeing because I don't see it at distance.
Get out of my way, buddy.
He lost and he was executed. That hurt.
The worst thing that we can do is exaggerate the likelihood that we are going to succeed. I believe that giving false hope to people is cruel.
When you get to the wall here, they got all these big guards who tell you, look, we're going to take the cuffs off. If there's any problems, we're going to give you problems. And if you stay calm, we're going to treat you like a civilian. The implication is until we kill you like a dog. When you get to the gurney in your final moments, the warden gives you an opportunity to speak. And then you can just give them some kind of signal that you're ready, and then they kill you.
We got off day, we had a 60-day reprieve. No, this is really good news. No, it's really good news.
I thought this might be something that because you can't tell me on the phone. Come on, AZ. 30, that's your 30. Where is she? Still don't know. Oh man, my head become random.
Everyone was emailing and everyone was so excited, and we're all gonna go up on Monday and we're gonna go tell Robert. We think he might already know, but he might not. So we're gonna at least be able to break the news to him ourselves on Monday. So, yeah.
Finally. That is so awesome.
That was the best feeling in the world. It was, I don't know, I don't think there's a word for how good it felt to deliver that news. You know, in this line of work, you know, even like small relationship I had with it, like it's all bad all the time. Like, fighting with courts, fighting with prosecutors, fighting to get information you need and get results. And it's just such an amazing feeling to finally have some good news to tell somebody for once.
The moment that I heard that I gotta stay, I was like, I gotta stay. And I went to the door and I let everybody know, I gotta stay.
Robert's stay of execution is to allow for further DNA testing in the case. The Nagel family has been told this process could take up to a year.
When you told me that he wasn't going to be executed, first I was like, and then I was like, so now we have to think about it longer.
I'm glad that he's not being executed so soon. I mean, they're still giving him a chance, but I don't know how they're gonna try to make him innocent. I mean, it was pretty straightforward evidence in the first place.
I always knew that the right guy was in jail. I always knew it was the right person. And now they tell me that it might not be the right person. And my question is, why are you telling me this now?
Robert Pruitt has to live with his conscience. When he sleeps at night, I hope he has nightmares. I'm sure he does.
He's still rotting. I mean, is there anything I can do? No. Can I keep on living my life? Yes. I think that doing the work requires certain emotional resilience that is common to death penalty lawyers, at least common to death penalty lawyers in Texas. For every reprieve that you get, you have 9 clients who are executed or something like that. And so if you're going to stay in this line of work as a matter of survival, you really narrow your emotional range. You don't go out celebrating when you get a stay, because the flip side of going out celebrating when you get a stay is that you jump off a building every time you don't. If every time you lose a client you can't get out of bed for a week or a month, you just really need to find something else to do.
Kelly's last crisis case is defending gang member Robert Garza.
Four women have been shot dead tonight in what police are calling a gang-related killing.
Garza was a member of the Tri-City Bombers street gang. He's also
Bombers are one of the most violent gangs.
members of the Tri-City Bombers ambushed 4 women
multiple times when driving home from work.
Tasers were fired into that vehicle. It was a horrible crime.
I wasn't there. I didn't kill nobody.
The jury decided squad involved scheduled to come to Robert Garza in the form of a lethal injection on September 19th.
The team are trying to mount a litigation appeal for Garza, but with execution just days away, they receive some bad news.
We were denied yesterday afternoon, and we were denied in the worst possible way. They basically just sent me a letter simply informing the trial judge that they are not, on their own motion, going to rehear the case. That happened yesterday at about 4 o'clock. So I think the likelihood of identifying another claim is so close to zero that I don't want to be keeping his hopes alive.
Yeah. Becoming anybody to talk to, I mean, of course, and then you got Dow, you got Andra, we're all there.
This is how most of our cases end. So. Yeah. The crisis cases anyway.
Data extracted. They won't even know it's gone. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
The team advised Robert Garza's family to prepare for the worst. They travel to a small town in Texas where all executions take place. Huntsville.
It was a very difficult process today with Robert because you want to be able to show your love to him, and there's not enough time. There's not enough time in sharing what your feelings are for him.
Last night he came by like any other visit.
We just hope, we pray that things do change between today and tomorrow, 6 o'clock.
Robert Bones Garza will be executed tonight. The Tri-City bomber was convicted for his role in the killings of 4 women in Donna back in 2002. He was also linked to another shooting.
Execution days are kind of rough. The atmosphere in the clinic gets really tense. Everyone's kind of waiting to see what will happen and not really sure how the day is going to play out. Hoping for the best, expecting the worst, and just kind of bracing themselves for that. Everyone kind of retreats into themselves to handle whatever needs to be handled appropriately.
In 1 hour, Texas prison officials will have the green light to execute one of Texas's most notorious gang members. The execution of Robert Garza is scheduled for sometime after 6 tonight in Huntsville.
Kurt Chason joins us with the latest on the story. Garza has filed a barrage of last-minute appeals over the last couple of days. They've all been rejected at the state level, but each appeal automatically gets kicked up to the U.S. Supreme Court. If the Supreme Court decides they want to stay out of it, Garza's execution today moves forward.
Members of the Garza family join campaigners outside the death house as they wait for the Supreme Court's final ruling.
Prison officials tell us the death warrant for Robert Garza becomes valid at 6 p.m. His execution could come any time after that.
As the deadline approaches, Kelly gets a call from Robert Garza's wife.
Hey, what news do you have? I can go find Jeff. You want me to put you on the phone with him? Okay, so will you tell me what's going on? Oh, okay, bye. It's Jennifer. She says it's something, they have really good news for Garza. I don't know what's going on. It's totally frustrating feeling. Knowing that time is passing, knowing that the execution is impending, and to get a phone call from Bobby's wife, who doesn't want to talk to me, is trying to talk to other people, and won't tell me what's going on or why it's going on. I just want to know what's happening, because I want to help, and I can't help.
There's a lot of interest in Bobby's execution all over the state.
Reports are coming in of a holdup at the Supreme Court.
crazy that the Supreme Court hasn't ruled yet, though. You could say that it means that they're actually looking at it, but for all we know, they're just, you know, dragging out time, and then it's just gonna be harder for him and his family. Did somebody walk us out this week?
Well, no, it's been interesting to see the people walk from this building into the door to school.
You're on the sensors now. You've been detected.
It's gone.
The target console is nearby. If you trigger the alarms now, the enemy will start destroying data.
Apparently there was an big stir going on in the governor's office, and it didn't amount to anything. So, it's done. This from right as I post this, Robert Morris is being executed.
I'm here outside the Walls unit in downtown Huntsville, where at 8:41 p.m. tonight, Robert Garza was pronounced dead after having received a lethal injection. Approximately 10 minutes goes by in stone silence inside that room, while I and the other members of media are just feet away from the members of Garza's family who are racked with emotion and anguish
You're nearing
as
the
they
console.
watch him
Trigger the alarms
slip
now,
away.
and they will
Again,
start destroying
8:41 p.m. tonight, Robert Garza pronounced dead by lethal injection. In Huntsville, Kirk Chase on Channel 5 News at 10. All right?
Do you think that with time it would get easier to kind of deal with it? Or at least you learn how to deal with it, but it actually gets worse? I think it does get worse.
Excellent work. A clean extraction with no alarms. We have everything we came for. Get to extraction.
Stuart Alexander died an immediate death. He was struck and killed by a suspect fleeing in an SUV.
When they finally let me see him in the hospital, he asked me, Mom, they said that I killed a police officer. I said, yes, baby, he died. And tears just started running down his eyes. He said, Mom, I couldn't see. How could he have done it on purpose? He was trying to get to me. He wasn't trying to kill anybody. He was trying to get to me so they can arrest him there with me.
It all began when an officer spotted Daniel Lee Lopez driving dangerously and tried to pull him over.
Lopez appeared very agitated, and when the officer attempted to detain him, the suspect attacked the officer, punching him several times. After a brief struggle, the suspect re-entered his vehicle and sped away.
It was my husband's birthday. And so when the phone rang, I thought that's what they were calling about. He told me, Mom, I'm being chased by the police. I said, Daniel, be quiet, it's not true. All of a sudden, I just heard all these sirens. And I said, no, Daniel, no, you need to pull over, you need to pull over. He said, Mom, if I pull over now, they're going to kill me, they're going to kill me. I finally convinced him to come to my house so that they could arrest him there and he wouldn't be hurt.
Got off onto State Highway 358, and his speed started to increase.
Once we started approaching Agnes, Daniel Lopez made a directional change to the right. I was directly behind Daniel Lopez's vehicle at the time. I could see Lieutenant Alexander out in front of me. We were approaching him. We were probably doing right around 80 miles an hour. The distance was closed fairly quickly.
Police say Alexander was in the grass along the shoulder, laying out a spike strip, which deflates the tires of cars being pursued.
And I remember thinking to myself, oh, holy crap, he's going to hit the lieutenant. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom. Daniel Lopez swerved to the right and struck Lieutenant Alexander.
No detection from enemy sensors.
It was a direct, purposeful movement to the right. I see Lieutenant Alexander flying through the air, his legs flailing and his body flailing. And then I remember him landing in that grassy area right there. Well, I knew that we were going to chase him then to the end of the earth.
Moments later, the SUV was boxed in, and after ramming several police cars, officers opened fire, hitting him twice in the shoulder and arm. Bleeding from his wounds, Lopez was then finally handcuffed and put in the back of a patrol car while other officers stood by.
Hello?
Hi, hon.
Yeah.
Just waiting for the plane to land.
Okay.
Can you do me a favor?
What?
I want everybody to understand. We will do everything possible to make sure that somebody like this.
I'm not calling her house right now. It's too late to call her house.
I have received numerous letters from them.
It's too late to call her house.
Have been, why is it taking so fast?
I see things way different than people do. I remember trying to flee the officer with a gun. And so it's partly my fault too, even though it was never intentional.
Okay. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna accept my punishment and I'm ready, right?
Fuck's sakes. Trying to level up the Cygnus real quick.
The reason there has been no post-conviction appeals is because Daniel Lopez waived them. And sometimes some of these appeals, the post-conviction appeals, will take 15 to 25 years, and people are on death row for that long.
Daniel has consistently maintained that he does not want to prolong the appellate process. He wanted to waive all of the appeals. Just get me up there to the Polanski unit and execute me. If there was an indication that he had a change of mind, I would immediately appoint an attorney to file whatever that would be necessary to at least start that process.
Job well executed.
So would the execution go ahead? At that point, I would imagine there would be a motion to stay the execution to pursue this matter. As the days get closer, it's harder and harder. He just expects me to go there and be happy, and be there and be happy because, he's finally going to be with God. But, I am, glad that he's not going to be suffering anymore. I'm not glad that he's going to be gone.
Excellent armaments, operator. Please return covered in
He doesn't
blood.
know that I'm
Safe and sound.
He doesn't know that I don't go nowhere. He doesn't know that I don't do anything. He thinks I'm the same as when he went in. I told him we can still fight this. We can still fight this. But he says no. He says, Mom, you have a chance. I don't have a chance. He just has that in his head that there's no way out. Some moms might judge me for saying this, but sometimes I think maybe Daniel should have died that night. It would have been easier, for him to die that night. Because, having to go through this, it's like you're having a funeral over and over and over and over again. It's just taking life out of me.
Ready to blast the machines and spare parts?
You've been seen.
I just see the people out to waste time. I see people back here with way more greater issues than me. And they still back here on this getting ready. I don't want to give myself false hope, give my family false hope, and also prolong this my time here, right? Different families want me dead, you know what I'm saying? They want me dead, Their closure is gonna be when I'm dead. And that's what they want. So my side of my family, it hurts them to see me here day in, day out, you know what I'm saying? Waiting like I do this, continue to keep this money, this year, next year. I want them to move on. I want them to carry on their life instead of being stuck back six and a half years ago on this incident and keep thinking, oh, my son's on death row, my brother's on death row, my baby daddy on death row. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the bigger picture. They're not. They're just seeing me getting killed. That's it.
To me, that's where his soul left the earth.
Trigger the alarms now, and they will start destroying the data.
Any child that's raised in Texas knows that if you kill a cop, they're going to go after you with the death penalty. That's just hand in hand. As a society, society needs rules. They need laws to exist as a safe society. This is someone who took someone else's life, so they, have a total disregard for another human being's life. You can't have people like that walking the streets. You just can't. Someone I sure was killed. We go to Star Memorial Hospital. I hear my son, Mom, Mom, Mom. And I look up, and my son running towards me. And he has the hospital chaplain right behind him. And he's screaming, he's gone, he's gone. And I go, who's gone? He goes, Dad, he's dead. I said, no, he's not. I didn't get there, he's not.
You're nearing the console.
He goes, Mom, he's gone.
Now, and we will start destroying the data.
When I walked in the execution. I have nightmares now, but we're gonna get there, and he still has the right up to the last second to say, no, I changed my mind, I want my appeals. He can do that. And maybe that's what he has planned. I don't know.
Get around that thing.
I'm struggling.
Sorry, I'm trying to watch this show about executions in Texas. I like law type shows like police and jails and interviews. One of my jobs I plan to do eventually is full-time guard. I like night guard type work. I could see myself looking at a bunch of security cameras for hours on end. It wouldn't, like, I'd see that as a fun job or an interesting job. Always changing, always interesting, I don't know. Some people would find it, like, mind-numbingly boring, but I don't mind.
I like to, anytime we file a major pleading for anybody, take it up there as soon as possible and go through it with them if that's something that they want, and answer any questions.
I only have about 20 minutes left on this booster here.
Run us up here. I hope that you're not successful with it. So yeah, I know. Since the trial, he's just been trying to drop or give up all of his appeals so the state can just immediately execute him. He's concerned about what, his mom feels going through this and doesn't want to prolong this for her. I think he's concerned about what it's like for his children to grow up with a dad on death row. I think he's expressed to you that he's frustrated that it's taken so long. If he's confident to make that decision, then that's, as much as someone like me might disagree with it, that's a decision that he's entitled to make.
Transference still holding.
If your decision to waive your appeals is a product of mental illness, then a court should find that you're not competent to make that decision to waive your appeals. So that's what all the cases that we filed for Daniel are about, really.
Trying to kill some of these enemies.
105, they want to raise the
Nullifiers are worth a decent amount of. Oh shit! Getting attacked. Of course, it's new Loka. Let's sit right around right here. I do not have. Oh, wait, I have my euphona with me. I brought my euphona just for this. What the hell? There we go. Ow.
The more we see each other, the more we bond. And so, to prolong it, you just don't in a bond, and when it's finally time for you to go, when you want to do now,
Don't you dare kill me. The last one.
One of my kids, she's only like 5.5 years old. She don't even know me, you know what I'm saying? And maybe within 3 years, she will start getting to know me.
Where the hell is he?
I think the best time for the goal is now, you know what I'm saying? Instead of bringing the pain for all of us.
Ah, there he is. Bam. What the hell? There's still one? Bam. Can't find the last one. Ah, must be around here somewhere. Ah, there he is. Okay, reload. There we go. That would have ended Ah, are you freaking kidding me? I went the wrong way. Ah, wah. Those bastards got me all turned around. There we go.
Trigger the alarm sound, and they will start destroying the
they're not coming before, I feel like I'm the reason why he wants to go along with this execution. I wasn't there for him.
Look in slow motion.
When I was about 18, we got together. And Mariah came along. And then we ended up getting apart for little issues we had. Daniel loved me a lot. I know that. I'm gonna get that pill. You want something? See that energy out there? You get it. Bring that energy out there. So, I'm gonna get it.
The death penalty, people say that Texas uses it too much sometimes. And I tell them, man, we kind of narrow the case down. Very few cases can even get the death penalty. And they're the worst of the worst. And Daniel Lopez was the one the death penalty was designed for. We can't have people like that in our community.
From the very start, when I first saw him in jail, he said, Mom, I'm not going to fight this. He said, once you kill a police officer, you're not going to never let me fight.
Two police officers say I intentionally swerved towards him, and these number of police officers testifying against somebody like me, you know what I'm saying? I was just a low-life baby and a low-life criminal, right? And so when the jury seen this low-life criminal compared to these dedicated police officers testifying, who you gonna believe? You gonna believe the police officers? I'm responsible for giving a wrong reaction. I'm responsible for fleeing. I'm responsible for being part of his death. I'm responsible for his death. That's what I'm responsible for. But I'm not responsible for intentionally killing him.
It was pretty easy to show the motive to the jury after getting all these officers, chasing him, fighting with the officers, running him off the road. There's one laying right in front of him. And he's got the capacity to stop Daniel Lopez with these spike strips. And to me, he was just an officer that was in his way to escape. If you make that decision, doesn't matter how long it takes. Did I think when he started the fight with the police officer out on the street that he planned to run over Lieutenant Kurt Alexander? Probably not. But when you're talking about something that happens like that, intent can rise in just a second.
I think it was the testimony from the eyewitnesses and from the Corpus Christi policeman. He had 3 lanes of highway. The Warframe was fine, but he just kept going to the right, the right, the right. Poor man. Trying to do his duty. That went over. Anyway.
Excellent work, General.
You know, looking at the kid's courtroom, he didn't look like a monster. I mean, you know, they change the history. Yeah, he was.
This isn't a one-time person doing a one-time thing. He's got a track record of other crimes. He had abused women before. He had sold drugs. He had
Probably
drugs
only
in
have
his car.
enough time for like 1 or 2 more of these spy missions before this booster here wears off.
We, the jury, find you, Daniel Lopez, guilty of capital murder of Lieutenant Alexander. It didn't take us but 30 minutes.
Looks like 14 minutes. It's not a whole lot of time at all. Should be able to squeeze in 2 more runs in 15 minutes.
I believe that he would be found guilty of capital murder in light of the fact that he was a police officer. He analyzed what his life would be like. He did not want to live in a penitentiary for the rest of his life, and the only alternative was death. And from the beginning, consistently, this young man wanted the death penalty. I mean, I tried to point out to him that there's life in a penitentiary, and it may not be the life he wanted, but there's life there. And good things come out of some people who are in the penitentiary. He didn't buy that.
They subpoenaed me to testify. He says, Mom, I have to get the death penalty. I have to make sure I get the death penalty. If you go up there and you try to defend me, and they give me life, it's going to be on your conscience that I'm going to be suffering, living life behind bars. So I
the worst thing to do.
Hey.
And I went up there, but I couldn't defend him.
I'm a lawyer and I have a job to do. My job was to save his life if I could, despite whether or not he wanted me to do it. And I made it real clear to him that that's what I was going to do. And he was not happy with that at all. You know, Daniel was almost as much as my opponent in the courtroom as Mark Skirka was. They were both trying to get Daniel Lopez the death penalty. And they both did a good job.
I watched him for 2 weeks turn around and smile at me like it was nothing. You know, mock me. When I put my husband's picture up, you know, I felt I mean, he laughed out loud.
I think that having Mr. Lopez right there in front of us in the courtroom where we could see him really hurt the defense's case when we saw him smirking through most of the trial, smiling, thinking some of these things were funny. He didn't seem to be remorseful about anything he had done.
He was a jackass in the courtroom. I saw this thing like, okay, big deal. Ran over a cop, big deal. All this terror and destruction he left in his wake, he didn't seem to be too perturbed by that. And I think that was his mindset his whole life.
Another thing to bear in mind, too, is they did, before we went to trial, offer to let him plead to a life sentence. He had the chance to avoid being executed and had no interest in it at all. I think he laughed when I told him that they offered this life sentence and that he ought to take it, and he did. But it wasn't like he thought about it. I mean, it was not something he was considering at all.
I feel like I'm paying for the crime that they convicted me of. I feel like I'm paying for that. And then I feel like I'm overpaying for what really happened. I don't blame nobody. This situation not a blame game. It's, you know, I got myself here, so the only person I can blame is me. So, to me, the whole case turned on this fact, and it had been hammered with an expert saying the same thing. Here's a 21-year-old. He has got a ton of police cars chasing him. I mean, the sirens, you know, huge chaos. You can imagine the tension, okay? They lay off the stress. Daniel avoids the stress, okay? He's caught up in the scene, and he avoids the stress. The police officer then decides to do a second strip. And that all came out in the courtroom, okay? They throw the second strip. Daniel avoided again, but this time he went up on the median and there was a police officer. Now, did he intentionally, I see a police officer, I'm going to kill that police officer? Or did he do what he did before, being chased by all these police officers? He avoided it. To me, that's the whole case right there. It's the whole case. But Daniel got the punishment verdict he wanted. I think he would have, I don't know what Daniel would have done if the jury had said that. Because he was so because he didn't want to live like that.
He was aggravated this time, more so than normal, about the documents being filed. It was a very short meeting. He's definitely a lot more nervous, a lot more on edge than I'm used to seeing him. I think it's probably just because, it's getting closer and closer to August as well. I just really think that he's wanted to die since he was, a little kid. He's got
the fuck?
Medical records that have become a part of the proceedings, the way
My damn game's frozen.
the way proceedings that demonstrate that he's been trying to kill himself since he was 10 years old, and I think that his
This is me pushing buttons. fuck.
20 years later, 18 years later from the first time he tried to.
I can't even switch tabs.
He was 9 years old. He just went into his mom's bathroom and took 20 pills. I don't know if they ever figured out what the 20 pills were, but he was trying to kill himself. Months after that, she found him in the bathtub holding up a knife to his wrist.
Okay, I can type in that one tab. I wonder. Of course I can't use that command in this show. Well, for whoever's watching, I guess that's the end of the stream, huh? I literally have to application right now because I'm stuck.
And we didn't see him again for 4 years.
Well,
And
there's
for some
nothing
reason,
I can do
Rick came
about
back
it.
into our life, and he kept nagging and nagging, give me the kids, they'll be better off, you can go to school, you can get a better job. I've been disabled since I was 20.
I'll give this message a chance to get through any kind of delay or lag that may be holding it back, but I will be closing the stream in a moment because I have no choice. I apologize.
I thought it was joint custody, but it wasn't joint custody. It was just, him having custody and I had visitation rights.
This will happen in 10, 9,
I didn't find out till years
8.
later that he had been, abusing them and every time they would tell me something, I would give them to the kids. But the kids wouldn't talk because they didn't want to hurt their father. They didn't want to see him in my bars. They didn't want to, hurt him in any way because they loved him, they loved him.
As far as rough life, I have the worst one. I've been through hell. Maybe I'm carrying the anger, the anger. When I get mad, I go to the back, start hitting trees, whatever, or I cut myself.
Like, not even the options button will work.
It's not hurt nobody,
There's nothing I can do.
Not to hurt nobody, I was strict, I was strict. But I was strict for them not to be messing up in life. But every time they were straightened out, they go to their mom, they came back backwards. They hated me. They wish I was dead. I mean, whoa, it's pretty bad.